Hey guys, and welcome back to another great episode of Pardon Our Honesty. I'm Tiffany,
I'm Megan.
and today we got the sillies, but we got some serious topics we want to discuss with y'all.
Yeah.
So, first, we're going to start off with the college experience. I want the college experience, is what Megan has heard. When I was a teeny bopper, and when I'm saying teeny bopper, I mean like 16, 17, 18 years old. I wanted the college experience as well.
What is the college experience in your mind?
In
'Cause
my
that's one of my children said, but you give me your mind.
in my mind, the college experience is I'm going away. I don't have rules. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I can party. I can drink. I can stay out all night long. I'm getting to know new people. I can hang out with the fraternities and sororities and party big and go to homecoming and then sprinkle in a little going to class and get your life together.
Okay, so with college experience, do you think that is worth the debt that it puts people in? Now that you're a parent. So
Now
if
that I'm
your
a
so if your
parent,
kid came to you and said, I want a college experience, and you didn't have any of your VA benefits, okay, let's just take that out. Even if you do, because some
yeah,
of the VA benefits don't cover everything.
yeah.
And it would require you taking out student loans or going into debt to give them this college experience when there's plenty of good options down the
Mm-mm.
street. Do you still think that it's something worth having?
Not if I got to pay for it.
Do you think, okay, so if you tell your
Pay
kids,
for it.
cool, you can have the college experience. Do you encourage them to take out student loans for that experience?
I told them you need to find some scholarships for the degree you're pursuing, apply for them. You need to have a job. Yeah, no.
Because, one of my kids,
No.
I said, I don't understand. You wanted the college experience, but you're not doing anything. Like, you're not going to parties. You're not going to going to clubs on campus.
Yeah.
You're not going to the sporting events. You're not
Oh,
doing
wow.
anything. You're not even meeting people outside of your little group. So, like, is that the college experience? And they were like, I don't even really know what I thought the college experience would be.
Okay.
And I just thought it would be different, but no real explanation. And I'm thinking, but now fast forward, we said, okay, well, your grades were crap. You're not doing a college experience.
Hmm.
So next year, if you want to go, the student loans are going to be in your name.
Yes, absolutely.
And now they want to come home.
Yeah. So
I mean, yes, maybe get their own apartment,
Yeah.
so they're
Yeah.
still on their own.
yeah.
But I feel this whole college experience, which I had a college, I didn't go away per se, but I
Yeah.
did live with people. I mean, my college was 45 minutes from home,
Hmm.
but I played on a team.
Hmm.
I had a built-in group. We did stuff and we lived in apartments and Browns, like all different kind of things.
Hmm.
But I don't really know that was just me becoming an adult, I feel, because I was working. I lived in an apartment. I paid bills. I didn't really party. So I feel it was like, okay, I felt like an adult then.
Okay.
So I don't know if college experience equals adult or if they just think it equals freedom.
Honestly, I think it equals freedom. That's my first thought. It equals freedom that I don't have to listen to my parents.
Yeah.
They're not always in my business. I don't
Yeah.
have to ask permission to go and do
I can lay in my
whatever.
bed all day.
Yes.
Nobody's going to yell at me.
Nobody's. And if I go to school, fine. If I don't, unless they're on my behind, like send me your grades, I want to know what you're doing, then they won't know what I'm doing if I'm being productive or if I'm failing, unless I got to go home because I'm on academic probation. But for me, I guess I know my girls, when they went away to college, a lot of them created friends that they've kept after the college experience. But you're saying they were out, they were partying, they were doing whatever they were doing, but they were also going to class and doing all that they were supposed to for the most part. But if I'm paying for it, yes, you're going to have to show me your grades. You're going to have to get a job because I'm not
Right.
carrying this student loan just for
On
you to
top of you
have
going
fun.
out, right.
And we're going to have some rules and some parameters as far as what I expect if I'm helping you pay for college.
Right.
You paying for it on your own, baby, do you have the best time ever. When those student loans come due, don't call me.
But so one of them is coming back, right, to go to school. And they're like, I should have probably started this way, which we said, start local first,
Mhm.
get your prereqs out, get adjusted to your own schedule and not having to be in high school and then go away, right? So, but you know how hard that's going to be to come back into our house? where you cannot lay in bed for 24 hours at a time, and you are going to have to participate in the household, like clean up after yourself, help with dinner. You know what I mean? What to me, I feel like the progression is once you leave home, you don't come back home. I mean, I know that
That
people,
was that is not a
but
thing.
that's what I think. Okay, things happen, maybe
Yeah.
financially, but the goal should be high school.
Yeah.
Maybe I stay home for the first year, then I go away to college. After there, I should be in adulthood in my mind. So
Mm.
you go away for a year and you have the college experience, whatever that is, and now you got to come back home. You are going to be miserable.
I have a relative, his daughter moved out and decided that, okay, she's moving back in. She wants to try to do some different things. And in order to do that, she needs to save money to do
Right.
that. So not having an apartment
But
is going to help her.
but I think but that's the other thing. Okay, you come back home to save money.
Yeah.
You participating in bills and like because this is where I think we go back to one of our other episodes. We have 30-year-olds still at home wanting parents to pay for everything.
Mm,
So if you do come back home, what is your responsibilities? Yes, you're going to save money. And as a parent, I'm going to help you save money. But am I also going to have you pay your own cell phone bill and pay money towards the electric? And, something to
should.
create responsibility. Because
You
if
should.
not, you're going to have a 30-year-old
That you're taking care of
that
for
you're
the rest
taking
of
care
your
of.
life, which is
Yeah.
also bananas. But yes, I think that needs to be a conversation before they get back home, though. Because once they come back home and now you're changing the rules and saying, okay, now that you're here, this is what I expect for you to do, you're going to have some clashing and some friction because they think they just coming back to mommy and daddy's house.
Right.
We're going to live.
And we're going to clean up after you and make breakfast. And
And I'm still a kid. No, baby, you a whole adult. You gonna want to go out and stay out at this time of night and come in at this time of morning
Right,
when
you
you
can't
feel
do
like
that.
it. And no,
Yeah.
you're not doing that in my house. So I think one of the biggest breakdowns in one of the relationships I have was trying to make them realize you're an adult. You need to pay rent since you're here. If you don't want to pay the rent and follow the rules, because I was very adamant about you not having no girls sleep over. I don't care how old you are, because I'm not facilitating or enabling
Right.
baby making practices in my house
Yeah.
because I can't take care of you and a new baby. No, ma'am, that's not happening. So you got to have the conversation before they even step
That's true.
foot back into the house, even when they're thinking about it, because it could go.
But I think too, like you said, the communication coming back. I think as a senior in high school, that should be a conversation too. Like you keep saying you want to have the college experience. What is that to you?
Yeah.
What is that to you? And are you going to be able to maintain that freedom, your grades? Because that's really why you're going is for the education
Mhm.
and everything else. Or do you think you should stay here a year and take your English and the basic crap and get situated on these schedules where professors don't care if you come? It's
Yeah.
way different than high
It
school.
is. It's very
And
different.
then you transition. But I think what comes down to a lot of it is peer pressure. All my friends are going. All my friends are going away. My friends are doing this. My friends are going away. I mean, I've even heard I don't want to be a loser and come back to the local school. Blah blah blah. I'm like, who do you care? Why do we care? You have to do what's best for your
Mm,
future and your course.
mm.
But I think going back to one of our many topics we've talked about, when people are sharing what they're doing, you're secretly comparing yourself. And now you were away at college and you were at this great campus and now you're coming home.
Yes. So I think
But also, if you didn't put all your shit out there, nobody would know.
they can't help that. You gotta show everybody what you're doing. That's the world we live in. We gotta share. You gotta know what I'm doing. When I was thinking about going to college, yes, I wanted to go to college because all my friends were going to college. We were a little smart group that came over from another school, and okay, everybody expected us to go to college. But me having my college experience before I even left high school, I just knew, okay, if I go away to school and I have this mentality, I just want to be free, I want to do whatever I want when I want, I'm going to end up with 2 or 3 more babies, or I'm going to be labeled the little fast girl on campus. I'm not going to go to class. I'm not going to focus, and I'm just going to waste the small scholarship that I got. So let me figure out another way to get myself into adult mode and figure out how I'm going to take care of myself and this kid that I had. So I opted to go into the military because in my mind, I told myself, baby, you not ready. You too free. You too unfocused. You too want to have a good time all the time. And going to college is going to not be the thing for you. So I didn't go.
think that's a good point for you to like knowing who you are.
Mm,
If you are like I am fearing for my boys going to college because they have no sense of schedule. They have
right?
no memory of anything they're supposed to be doing when they're supposed to be doing it. They have no concept of time. They're late everywhere. I'm going to get there at that last minute. All these things. And I'm like, now they're going to go away to where professors aren't going to be like, you're
Nope,
late.
they're
They
not
don't
gonna care.
care. Or if you miss class, they're just docking. They're not asking you why you missed one, you get to lose a point, whatever. So I'm really nervous about that, but I feel like that's where it comes from them too, recognizing like,
Yeah.
I might not be mature enough yet. Maybe I should try here
Mm,
first. And can I get to my classes on time? And can I manage my time and work and do all those things? Because I mean, I feel like if you go from I don't want to say super strict, but very
structure.
structured is the
Yeah,
word. Yeah. House to freedom. I don't think some kids even know how to do that.
they don't. They don't. That's
So
why
it
you
makes me
have
nervous because you have certain kids with personalities that are like that.
yeah.
They're very detail
Mhm,
oriented. They're
mhm,
early. They're like, yeah.
mhm.
Then you got the kids that are a hot mess, and you're like, and I saw that with one of ours, the first semester. I mean, has a D in the most basic class ever, another bag. And I'm like, you're not managing this freedom and
No,
time.
no.
And so then you're like, that was our dime. You know what I mean? Like, and
Well,
now
I
you
think
can't transfer those. D's don't transfer.
they don't.
So
No,
you've
they don't.
lost a semester of
Yeah,
money, a semester of,
yep.
stuff that
So you're
you
gonna have to
got
do
from being,
extra time.
yeah. And you're not going to have the money for it because the
Mm,
VA benefits are only so many months. So you're eventually going to run out of money.
that's
That's how Madison is right now. She has one semester left.
oh,
So all these summer classes she's taking is
out of pocket. And did you manage the money you got in
right.
order to pay for that?
No.
Okay. So one thing I did say with all of the kids is I'm not requiring you to have a job in high school so that you can work to get the best grades that you can so that you can get a scholarship, get some help because I can't pay for college. So I think parents, before they send their young person off to college, you got to have that hard conversation. And to me, some of the things that we had in high school, as far as career development, home ec, all of that, to say, hey, this is what you should consider. This is what you need to be looking at as you step out into adulthood. They don't get that exposure anymore. So having that conversation, the parents, look, little person, you going to college? This is the expectation. This is what I'm going to help you with. This is what I'm not going to help you with. If you have to come back home, these are the rules. So, do you want to go to college now or do you want to stay here and go to the community college? And maybe I can help you because here, some of the colleges are very
Very inexpensive.
inexpensive. And
See
so,
500.
yeah,
Yeah.
so then I can help you, but you got to get a job and you got to do things. Having that hard conversation. And like you're saying, tell me what college experience is. I
What are
mean,
you
I know what I think of it when I think of college experience, but what do you think of
But
it?
see, it's also why I think though kind of opposite is that your kids should work during high school a little bit. Because otherwise you're sending them out to college and saying, okay, now you got to work, figure out how to manage your money and your grades and everything when they've not had to do a single thing through high school or at least the summer before they go to college.
Yeah.
So they start figuring out some of that stuff because otherwise it's like our girl, one of our girls, we made her start coming home on the weekends to
Mhm.
work because you couldn't find a job down there. Well, baby, we ain't funding your free time. So you need income to be able to pay for gas and to go to these dinners and to do these things you want to do. Like,
How much parent involvement do you think a parent should have when, especially if they have the student loans in their name, how much
I don't
involvement
think,
should they have?
see, no. So like I have a sibling and their child pays for their own college now due to
Mhm.
too many chances, right?
Mhm.
And they're still involved because, which I kind of agree with. Well, he still lives at home.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Um,
involved then.
but it was about him wasting money. If you don't really want to go to college and you're just doing this because we said that and you're failing and you're throwing away all this money, why are you doing that? Let's find another solution. Do you want to trade? Do you want to go in the military? Do you want to do something? So I think having some involvement, even if it's not your debt per se, I
Yeah.
think just being a mentor or
Yeah.
guidance to your
Mhm.
children. Maybe you can't get on their butt like you would if you were paying for it, but you could be like, hey, how are your grades? If you're failing, is this what you want to be spending your money on? Now you're going to have 20 grand debt and you're not even putting effort in.
And
Like,
Never go
They never go away. I mean, we
away.
have a girl at work that's still paying her student loan, what,
Never.
25 years outside of being out of college? And that's what I tried to explain to one of our girls. It starts at this amount and then it grows. You could
Yes,
take a $3,000
yes,
loan and all of a sudden it's 7 grand. Yeah.
and all of that.
So I think when they say college experience, the first question I would say is, what do you consider the college experience? And
Yeah,
who's paying for it?
yes. I'm
I'm
paying
sure it's
for it.
different if they had to pay for it.
Yeah, and if I'm paying for it, we're probably not gonna be focused on the college experience.
Mhm.
We're gonna be focused on you need to be your butt in class, getting this work
Right. You're
done
there for
so
your
that you can
education then.
graduate and move on with your life. And hopefully in that mentorship, I'm telling you, hey, you need to explore scholarships because student loans suck and they affect every
Mm.
aspect of your life for the rest of your life until they're paid off.
I think I would make a deal maybe. Hey, you want to go away and have the college experience, and maybe I'm a parent who's going to pay for that. I went and visited my brother a couple
Mhm.
weeks ago, and he has two girls going to college. They have no assistant. And he was talking about it's going to be 80 grand for 4 years or something. And I was like, you don't, because my brother has no VA benefits. No, he's like, no, we got like grand for
Yeah,
financial aid. But like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe. So I think for me, maybe if I would say, okay, if you do your first year here at a local community
Okay, yeah.
college and you get the grades and you can carry your job and you could be mature enough and whatever, then cool, you can go away next year and if you're a parent that's going to help, I'll help,
Mhm.
But I think that there's got to be that bridge can be really difficult between. And the thing is that a lot of these schools I've learned give you a ton of support as a freshman because they know the failure rate,
Yeah, it's really
but
high.
they don't use
They
it.
yeah, they don't take advantage of it.
They're embarrassed, they don't go to the class, they don't think
Mhm.
it's a big deal, but they know that the rate is so high of people not coming back that first year.
Yeah, I think of all the kids, all the kids we got, half did not make it past the first year. The other half went on to advanced degrees. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, how is that even possible? They were raised in the same house. Three of them were like, I'm focused. I'm here. Yes, I'm going to have the college experience and have fun and maybe do dumb stuff, but I'm not going to screw up my
Yeah, good part.
education. And the other three were like, nah, boo, you just got to come on home because this ain't working.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in my house graduated. My parents did not go to college.
Mm.
We were first, but they all graduated college. I did not. I hated school.
Really?
It was so hard for me. I only went because I played sports, but I went
Okay.
because you're supposed to go to
Yeah, you're
college.
supposed to go to college.
And, so that's what you're supposed to do. So I went, I switched degree plans like 7 times. I was taking bullshit classes just so I had enough credits to play. I was barely passing them. I hated school. And so I feel like I love now that they're pushing trades
Yeah,
and entrepreneurship and things that are not necessarily a 4-year degree.
'cause
Because
you
it,
don't need it. I mean,
no.
unless you're I'm not gonna say you don't need it, unless you're going to a specific
That requires,
job
yeah.
that requires you to have a degree. I'm telling you, if
Well,
I could
because
do it over again, I would go to trade school in a heartbeat.
Well, because I have this conversation all the time. Let's say I got my degree. Okay. Let's say I graduated and I
Mhm,
got my college degree. Okay, cool. We fast forward 25 years now.
mhm.
Okay. And I go apply for a job and they say, do you have a college degree? Yes, in business. From 25 years ago, I mean, we weren't even learning Word back then. So, how does that degree now translate it? And somebody we were talking about the other day, because I'm not anti college at all. I think it's great and you should go,
Mhm.
especially, but I always have an argument against it as well
Yeah,
because I do fine and I didn't go. But they were like, I think it shows a dedication
that's
that
it.
you were committed
Yep,
and you did the work
yep,
to get the degree. And I can understand that aspect, but sometimes I'm like experience can trump. You could have a degree in
absolutely.
sales management, and then you have somebody like us who's done sales for all these years. We'd probably trump that person.
True.
So it's interesting to me, but I think that now I like that people push trades, entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
There's other just a 4-year school
But I will say, like you're saying, some jobs, if even if you have the experience because it's written in the job description, you gotta have a degree,
degree.
they will not
Consider you.
consider you at all. I have a young person I know right now, very highly recommended and seen, and like they are the person that, okay, when the office needs somebody, they go to him.
Right.
But because he doesn't have that degree, even though the position above him is vacant, he can't take it. So I mean, it just depends on, okay, what are you going to school for? And the purpose should be, okay, if my job requires me to have a degree, sure, I go and get a degree. But like you're saying, I got a degree, I don't use it at all.
Right.
At all.
Well, Nick has the same thing. He has a bachelor's, but now some of his job positions
Yep.
he wants to go and want masters,
Mhm.
even though his experience is way better than any of that degree because he matches every single thing except that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but our schools are so expensive too. If you're an NC 500 school, that's great. But some of these schools, 20 grand a year minimum, like,
Minimum.
is crazy to me.
Minimum.
Is
Lord.
you providing your child a college experience worth going in debt for? That's what I don't
No.
think so
And
either.
I don't no, not me. If they wanna go in debt for it, good on you.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna be responsible if you sink or swim for that debt. But hopefully you realize before it's too late the
It's not
first
worth all that.
semester or the second semester, college really ain't for me. I probably should do something else.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with doing something else. The military is a great way to get your life started, just to figure out, okay, what do I want to do when I grow up? And I got this benefit of somebody will pay for my college once I get out of the military or while I'm in to pursue a degree or something. But there's so many things that because of social media and everything, the way the economy and the world has changed, that you don't even need a degree. You could just go
Yeah.
get a job and be successful and fabulous
Yeah.
at
I
it.
mean, two of our kids are looking at trades.
Yeah,
So, I
I would do
mean,
a trade.
it just may not be for you, but I think this whole word
College
experience
experience.
needs
Uh,
to be defined. And is it worth paying
yeah.
for? Are you just doing this so your kids can say they did it?
You know, the college experience, you could just call it the adult experience. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna party and drink my ass off. I can
And
buy me a
pay
little
bills.
friend,
And
buy me some alcohol. I'm gonna be right in my house doing what I
yeah.
want. That could be adult
It could be
experience as
adult
well.
and get an apartment with some friends and go to local school.
All right, y'all. So, what are your thoughts on what is the definition of a college experience? Are you paying for your kids to go to college and have that experience on your dime or their dime? Please share, like, and subscribe. And until next time, bye, guys.